So I'm George Jarrett. I'm a history professor and chair of the history department at Cerritos College, and I'm a full-time instructor. I've been here since 2004, so I'm finishing up my 15th year. And I'm running for member at large full-time. I have previously and am currently been secretary of the union, and before that I was co-chair of communication for the union. So I've been in the union since I think 2012 in the executive board. Been a member as long as I've been an employee of the college. Well, to me, the union is how we act collectively as a faculty. So that's how we define our working role at the college. Obviously, the faculty senate has a lot to say, or academic senate has a lot to say about what we teach and how we teach it, but as employees, the way we define our role on the campus is collectively through the union. And I think the most important thing about the union in my experience has been that it brings people together. So faculty work across disciplines, full-time and part-time faculty work together, classroom faculty, counselors, librarians, instructional specialists all work together. And for me, that's been a really meaningful part of being part of the union leadership. Without faculty participation, we don't have a union. The union is the faculty. I'm really glad that we have a faculty union that's made up of faculty. So the person who does X, Y, or Z for the union is a faculty member. We don't have an executive director or anything like that. And it means that we really understand each other's issues. I think when, whether it's doing an organizing drive or negotiating a contract or following up on a grievance, the person you're working with is a fellow faculty member. The reason why I decided to run for a different office, member at large full-time, is to really build on the gains that we've made in the past 2 years in terms of membership. So in the last 2 years under Stephanie Rosenblatt's leadership, the union has really changed its emphasis to being a union that's built on active organizing. And what that has meant is almost doubling the number of members in our union. And it has meant a much broader group of faculty who are sharing in the leadership of the union. Especially more part-time faculty have taken on leadership roles and really had the responsibility to make decisions and set the direction of the union. And I've been really pleased to be part of that. And that's why I'm running to come back or continue on the executive board, and in particular as membership, or member at large. I'll be part of the membership committee, and the membership committee is really where the action has been in terms of going out and talking to people, encouraging people to join the union, finding out what their issues are, and really just helping build the union as an active and powerful force on this campus. I've been part of the negotiating committee. I hope to be again, but even if I'm not, I think it's really important that we continue to build our power so we can get a better contract. And in particular, we've only settled for salary for 2018-2019. So essentially next year we're going to negotiate the salary for next year and the year after that. And I think the more organizing we do, the better a position we're in to gain what we want in terms of salary. I will say that a couple of things that I've been able to contribute to the union. One, I'm pretty good with setting up data. So that's been my role in the membership team, is to create an accurate plan, database for who we need to talk to and when and where we can find them. And that's been, I think, helpful to the organizing drive. And then back before I was a graduate student in history, I was a community organizer, and I studied the history of social movement organizations, and so that's really shaped my understanding of how a union can grow and develop. I felt very committed to running again as part of the slate of people who are already leaders in the union, because these are the people who have made the difference in terms of growing the union and creating a union that is truly shared between part-time and full-time faculty and between classroom and non-classroom faculty. But to have a really inclusive union requires the development of leaders from all of the sectors of the faculty. I say if you want to have a union that represents full-time and part-time faculty, you should vote for the leaders who made this a union that represents full-time and part-time faculty.